Hi there, I'm Andrew Baird. I'm a coral reef ecologist at the ARC Centre of Excellence for Coral Reef Studies in Townsville, North Queensland, and my current research interest is coral taxonomy. So my current area of research interest is the taxonomy of the Acropora, or the staghorn corals. The staghorn corals are the most abundant and most diverse corals on most reefs throughout the Indo-Pacific. Coral taxonomy is a surprisingly complicated task these days. You need data from a number of different sources, including molecular data, morphological data, and perhaps most importantly, you need to look at the type material, which are housed in museums all around the world. And you really can't put a name on any specimen without having a close look at this type material, which is why I'm here in Strasbourg. So I'm here in Strasbourg because the Zoological Museum in Strasbourg has a small but very important collection of staghorn corals. Back in the late 1800s, a coral taxonomist named Arnold Ortmann put together a collection based on specimens that he collected throughout the Red Sea and further afield. There was a British taxonomist that came and had a look at the collection again in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And between these two taxonomists, they named about 12 to 15 different Acropora species. And so the reason I'm here is to take photos of the type specimens of those species so I can have a permanent record of those types against which to compare the specimens that I'm collecting in Australia and other parts of the world. During my time at the museum, I think the most exciting thing was that with the help of the coral curator, Marie Meister, I was able to relocate a number of type specimens that had gone missing or that were missed in the last revision of the staghorn corals. So the collection, as I mentioned earlier, was started in the 1800s, and so a lot can happen in the 150 odd years since the collection was put together. Labels get lost, specimens get lost, labels get replaced, and so there's often quite a bit of detective work to work out exactly what the specimens are. And so by consulting the original descriptions and having a look at the specimens in the museum, we were able to relocate about 5 type specimens for a number of species. And so this is pretty exciting, and I think this will be an important step forward for Acropora taxonomy.